On one of our trips to Italy, we tasted ricotta. So incredible. Sweet, creamy, almost dessert-like. Nothing grainy, nothing chalky. Just a soft cloud on warm bread. So today, I am making that same style of ricotta at home and turning it into 4 simple bruschetta toppings. Start with half a gallon of whole milk in a large pot and add salt. Stir often over medium heat so nothing scorches on the bottom. I am aiming for 190 to 195 degrees Fahrenheit. The milk should be steaming with tiny bubbles around the edges. As soon as it hits temperature, turn off the heat. Add the vinegar. Give it just a few gentle stirs. And then stop touching it. Let it sit for 10 minutes so the curds can quietly separate from the whey. Line a strainer with cheesecloth and set it over a bowl to catch the whey. Then use a ladle to lift the curds into the cloth. Already, you can see how soft and delicate they are. For a creamy ricotta, let it drain about 10 to 20 minutes. You are in control of the texture. Just stop when it looks like ricotta you love. If your cheesecloth is too dense, don't panic. I ended up switching to 2 soup socks tied onto a wooden spoon, and it worked perfectly. If you want to try the traditional Italian way, you can turn that whey into a second tiny batch of ricotta. Pour the whey back into the pot, add a splash of milk and a little more salt. Bring it back up to temperature, then repeat the same vinegar and straining process. Then the power went out from high winds, total blackout. So things got properly ghetto. I consolidated everything by flashlight, stored away in mason jars for bread baking later, and just made do. The yield was tiny, but that's real life in a kitchen. Although the yield is so small, but it's a fun nod to how ricotta is actually made from whey in Italy. While the ricotta drains, prep the ciabatta bread. Split the rolls, rub each piece with a cut clove of garlic, and drizzle with good extra virgin olive oil. Broil until golden and crisp on the edges, but still soft in the center. Now for my favorite part, 4 easy ways to top this ricotta. 1. First, the simplest. A generous smear of ricotta, a drizzle olive oil, and a pinch of kosher salt. The one really lets the cheese shine. Next, cherry tomatoes with olive oil, salt, a little oregano, bright, juicy, and super fresh. For something savory, add torn prosciutto over the ricotta and finish with a light drizzle of olive oil. And finally, a sweet, savory bite, ricotta with a drizzle of raw honey and just a touch of salt. It tastes like a cheese course and dessert all in one. If you are serving this for friends, I like to start with a classic olive oil and salt, then the prosciutto, then the tomato, and finish with honey. It's like a tiny ricotta tasting flight that takes you right back to Italy. Thanks for hanging out in my kitchen. If you try this ricotta, tell me which topping is your favorite and what you'd pair with next. I'll see you in the next weekend well.